Oh, now I'm playing Among Us, guys. Look at this. Look, okay, I'm just here to do strategy guides on Among Us. This strategy guide will be called Lighting. Lighting's very interesting. It creates shadows. It creates places you can't see when you're imposter. Of course, there's a radius around the player that is where you can light. You can change that in the options, of course. But right here is in the shadow region, so I couldn't. So even if I was imposter, I couldn't see you there. And there's a bunch of other crazy cool mechanics. See this? See this storage place right here? You can always see this place. It's always light up. No matter where the shadows are, it's always light up. That means if I stand right here, even if you're in pure darkness, that spot, you can see someone there. Doors are the same right here. There's many other places on the maps, but doors are very unique. As long as lights hit one part of them, you can see any light there. I can see anyone who passes there. Right there. Right there. You see their color, you can see their name. It's pretty interesting. And yeah, I don't suggest doing that trick for these doors, but there are some cool spots you can do with this lighting trick you can do. So right here in the top engine, no one really goes to the top there. There's a breaker switch as a vent, but no one really goes up here. And as you can see, my task on the way, there's a dummy right there. But if you go past the dummy, there's shadows. And now, if you're just normally like going down here, you can't see that place. But if you stand right here, see the doors visible still? So you can see anyone who goes through there, but they won't see you, especially with this black skin. Now, lighting is very unique. Very. As an imposter, if you try to vent here, you can't see anyone over here in this corridor. So if you just pop your head in, see if there's no one in here, wait right here, there might be someone who vents and comes out of security, coming from electric, because electric's just death. These engines, they always light up as well, as long as lights are on, of course. So you can also just stand right here and anyone can see you. Very, very interesting facts. Now I'm going to go to in-depth more on the real science behind how this shit works. I mean, there's not really a science, but basically, it's just a line. All this stuff is just a line. All these shadows, they just connect from line to line in the radius of the light you see. This place is the best to see the line. As you can see, there's a slight crack in the wall right here where you can actually see this line perfectly, in all honesty. Now, walls, so the darkness points only come out of the corners. And they're based off your light point. And the light point is on, every foot has a different light point. If you're coming from the right, the light point's on the left. If you're coming from the left, the light point's on the right. But what's very interesting is the detection point. Now, you can actually see this very, very easily if you go to Skeleton and go to the med bay. You can see right here, the light point's on the right. It hasn't switched. So the light point normally switches from right to left. But that only happens when vertically. So you can see all this crazy shit that's happening to this one corner point right here. Walls, you can see basically halfway in them. They're just like, there's just a line running through them. Just means light can't go through it. So that's interesting. See, but isn't that interesting? The light point's on the right, but somehow it detects that you're on the left. Now I say the detection point is because of your collision point. If you ever go down, you're always right there, right when you move downward. You see that? It's like right past the foot that you're leading on. So that's what I make it up to, but. There's interesting lighting places in all these things. There's not really very interesting stuff in Mirror HQ except one exception in Reactor and the doors right here. As you can see, as long as I'm here, I can see anyone behind that door if they're in. Because let me just show. Like right here, they can see your feet, but that's about it. And if I was standing up their door, I can just stand there and see them. Not really helpful, but interesting nonetheless. And if I was in here, I could see anyone trying to go up, but they can't see in here. So these are their tempered glass. This is the special stuff. These are one-way glass. I can see into Reactor. I can see into Lab, but I can't see out. This is the only glass in the entire game, all maps, that do this. And I love these little barricades that do it. The points are on the bottom right here, the right and left here. Very, very interesting. But what I really like is in Polis. Polis is a very fun map. All the glass here is two-way. It doesn't matter where. As you can see, the light point glitch right there. But there's different areas. See right here. There's windows right there. You can actually see anyone going from specimen because the maximum you can't hide if you like staying right here. You can actually see anyone going through there. That's just an example of a different spect. You can also see if anyone's trying to get out of medbay. As you can see, these doors are also light up as long as like a single light point touches them. So it's very, very interesting. So if you don't want to stand right there, but there is a security camera. So you can see, if you just stay right here, you can see anyone that's trying to leave specimen room from the bottom. And that's so crazy cool in my opinion. These rocks too, these also act the same way. They're always light as long as there's a light point hitting them. As long as it's a big enough light point. Of course, the radius is small enough if you turn off the lights, you can't see anything. As you can see that if I stand in front of here, anyone can see me, no matter where. And now there's there's also these boxes up here work the same way. These right and left, and also there's a bunch of places I bet. But also these medbay screens right here. Also always light up, but you're always behind them, so it doesn't even matter. Foreground, background, interesting mechanics. So yeah, that's my in-depth lighting tutorial, lighting glitch. I probably will do more of these in-depth analysis videos, but yeah, it's just interesting how light in this game works. It's so flipping useful. Why do people keep turning off the lights? That's because